Hello, and welcome to the Research Library video tutorials. In this tutorial, titled Library Publications, we will take a look at the various operations available on the library form, including web button extensions. We will conclude with an introduction to adding new publications into the library. The library form contains a searchable and sortable list of publications added to the research library. Included on the form are a series of web buttons that can be programmed to open locally stored books or websites. The raised labels positioned above the three main columns are the sort columns. Sorting is also available in the right-click menu of each column. The primary search mechanisms are the four filters across the top, which are Author, Type, Eschatology, and Filter. This filter will list the publications for any author recorded in the Authors table. Click the small down arrow in the right side of the Author selection box to open the box and display the author list. If the box is empty, as shown, or if an existing author in the box is highlighted, the autocomplete function can be used. For example, type the letters LU and press Enter. To remove a filter, double-click any of the four raised labels. Types and eschatologies are user-defined in Setup. Once defined, they are attached to publications and authors. Types are defined to group publications. For example, they are used to identify subdirectories for local publication storage. When a type is selected on the library form, the list of publications categorized by that type is displayed. Eschatologies are typically named after end times or denominational doctrines. Once defined, they are attached to authors and are used to filter the authors by doctrine. Those listed include some of the more common doctrines. However, any doctrine of any name can be added to the eschatology filter list and then attached to one or more authors. The publication filter, labeled Filter, searches the publication titles, subtitles, and notes fields. Search items listed in this filter are user-defined in Setup. A field editor is provided to assist in editing the list. Each time a new item is entered into the filter box, the item is temporarily added to the search list. Right-clicking on the filter box pops up a small menu that provides the option of overwriting the current search list with the stored search list. This is the filter for the word Polycarp. Notice that some publications do not mention Polycarp in either the title or subtitle. That means that the word Polycarp is found somewhere in the publication notes. To find Polycarp in the notes of the second publication, Ante-Nicene Christian Library Volume 1, first click the publication to select it. Next, click the Publications tab. The Sync button will synchronize the publication form with the library selection. This is the table of contents for the publication. The word Polycarp is found on the fifth line of text, which reads, "The Epistle of Polycarp to the Philippians." The publication notes can contain any information, but the most common use is to list the table of contents for a publication to render it searchable. The inclusion of the Notes field in the search results adds substantial flexibility. The selected publication can be opened for viewing by clicking the Open Folder button to the right of the publication label. The last selected document, Ante-Nicene Christian Library Volume 1, will open to the page number entered into the PDF column on the right, which is page 13. The PDF page is also found in the Start Page field of the Publications form and can be edited on this form or on the Publications form. The PDF page is typically used to bypass the beginning pages of a PDF book once that information is retrieved for the author, publisher, and publication forms. The Footnotes and References forms also contain a PDF field, but that PDF number typically denotes the page where the footnote or reference is found within a PDF publication. Therefore, it is independent of the page numbers found on the library and publication forms. The library form includes access to a searchable church history. The church history form provides quick access to the available authors and titles. A lookup table is also available. Double-click a book to select it. Books can be previewed by title, by book, and by chapter. Individual paragraphs can also be selected and viewed. The paragraphs can also be resized. Searches can be performed in all books or restricted to the current author or title. A full set of search criteria is available. The user-defined search list can be modified in System Setup. Successful search text can be saved to the list, or the list can be restored to the previously saved state. The search results can be sorted and filtered. For example, the author can be filtered to include or exclude an individual author, such as Caius. The columns can be filtered in various ways using the Auto Filter option. The results can be previewed in the currently selected or active viewer. The report header lists the two filters and the search criteria. The header for each match lists the author, title, and approximate publication date along with the book, chapter, and paragraph. "12 web buttons are available for context-sensitive Internet access. All can be programmed to open Bible or commentary websites to the active book, chapter, or verse. Another use for the web buttons is to access publication archives, such as this one, the Internet Archive at archive.org. On this site, you can search by creator, such as Matthew Henry. You can also search by title. Another button was set up to access Google Books. The button was programmed in Button Setup to default to Eschatology. The search text can be easily changed on the web page. You can also search for authors. Another Christian book download site is the Christian Classics Ethereal Library. You can search within titles and authors, or browse an alphabetical list. The unused web buttons can be hidden and deactivated if desired. For example, click to uncheck the button titled Web 12, then click the Refresh button. Button 12 is now hidden and deactivated. To activate the button, return to the Button Activate Setup page, restore the check mark, and click the Refresh button. The Publications tab is used to add new publications to the library. A publication requires a title and a file name or URL to identify its location. All other fields are optional. On this page of the publication, we find the authors, in this case the editors, the publisher, and the publication date. From this information, we can create an author, and a publisher. We can also add the table of contents to the publication note, which is searched by the library filter. The addition of a new publication with author, type, and publication date can be automated with the Add Publications button. Storage paths defined in this table will be searched for new publications. New publications will be added to the library. These 4 new publications were found in the user-defined publication paths and were automatically added to the system. The new publications will have the highest ID numbers. Double-click the first one. The publication title and publication date have been automatically added. This author record was also created. The Add Publications button will significantly reduce the time required to add new local publications. See the Publications Form help file for more detailed information. This concludes the Library Publications tutorial. The next Research Library video tutorial is titled Notes. Thank you for watching.